Hi, my name is Max from Ridgid, and I'm here today to talk to you about the SR-60 pipe, cable, and sonde locator. I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about some of the accessories that work with the SR-60 locator. But first, let's talk a little bit about what makes the SR-60 different than most other locators in the industry today. First off is the appearance of the SR-60. The SR-60 is our flagship, and one of the first things that stands out about the SR-60 are these housings, these round housings, and these two additional antenna receivers. These housings actually hold 3 antennas that receive the signal from the ground, all offset from 120 degrees from one another, 3 additional down here, and your 2 gradient antennas, giving you a total of 8 receiving antennas. Now what that does for the user who's using the SR-60, it makes it much easier for the person to use to pick up the signal that's coming either from your charge line or from your remote transmitter or say a camera system. Okay? The user no longer needs to hold this in a particular angle or a certain direction in order to receive the signal that's coming out of the ground. What also distinguishes the SR-60 is its automatic gain adjustment. In traditional locating, you would need to hold the locator in certain angles or certain directions in order to pick up the signal that's coming out of the ground at maximum capacity. You would also have to adjust your gain levels in order to pick up the signal, or if it's peaking too much, then to bring down the sensitivity of the locator. With the SR-60 and its automatic gain adjustment, we eliminate that process altogether, making it easier, faster, and more accurate for the end user to utilize. Lastly, the graphical interface on the SR-60 is far superior to all. It's a large screen that not gives you a bar or analog signal of how you're receiving the signal, but a graphical representation of, say in line trace mode, of the line, the target line that you are tracing underneath you. For instance, there'll be a crosshairs in the center of the screen and say a line off to my right that I'm trying to trace. I basically center the crosshairs over my target line to the right. That means I'm standing over now the line that I'm tracing in the ground, and I can follow and watch in real time and see what that line does. For instance, say the line makes a 90 to the right. On the screen, as I'm walking with the transmitted signal, I will see the line pivot and fall off to my right. Forcing me to center the crosshairs over that target line basically means I've now made a right-hand turn to the 90. So it gives us real-time information, making us a lot faster and more accurate in the field. Let's talk a little bit about some of the accessories that go along with the SR-60. First off, if we're doing line tracing, we have, say, a transmitter box or a larger transmitter box. These transmitters basically apply a current onto our target line, and we can then take the SR-60 and trace and show us exactly where that pipeline or that cable goes. We can do active line tracing, say if we put our own signal by using the box onto the trace line, or we can use what the SR-60 has, a passive line trace mode. That is for, say, instances where we can't hook up our own signal and we want to sweep an area to see if there's any buried utilities that we may have not known. The SR-60 will identify and pick up those utilities and show us graphically on the screen if we have any buried lines. That's called passive line tracing. Lastly, we're able to use, say, a remote transmitter or a floatable sonde, or even a sonde that's inside your Ridgid SeekTech camera systems. This is called sonde location, and basically it's a pinpointed spot, whereas in line tracing you're tracing an entire line. This is going to pinpoint a particular spot, say in your sewer line. Say for instance we have a broken sewer pipe and we push this or our camera system down to that point where it's broken. We can then ignite or turn on the transmitter, which is 512 Hertz, and then program or just basically turn the SR-60 to the right frequency, 512 Hertz again, and this SR-60 will pinpoint exactly where our transmitter is at beneath us. Not only will it pinpoint, it'll give us the direction in which the camera or the remote transmitter is sitting in, so basically identifying the direction of my pipeline. It will also give me an outline showing me what my pipeline looks like underneath me, and lastly it'll give me the exact depth at that point from where I'm standing. Very accurate, very easy to use in all methods.